Welcome, everybody. I am here on a very special show. Libertarians Drinking Coffee Live. The brand is strong because I have to have coffee or I can't survive. Yes, so the brand is strong, but I'm here. I know I haven't done one in a while, but this time seemed like it was a special time to do it. I know usually it's around 3. Today it's at 5. Again, special because I have with me today someone who is part of the Redacted Caucus of Libertarian Party. Someone who is trying to unite, have a unity banner in something that is a bit controversial, which we'll cover in a moment. But it's the chief, the ED, the director herself, Jeinay LeBlanc. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing, Larry?
I'm doing great. I'm very happy that you came aboard today. And I know we had a struggle to find the right time. I'm glad it actually worked. But I want to go right to it. The thing that I think is the oddest part of what you're doing, but impressive on top of it, but odd, is you're trying to have a unity message, but focused on things that a lot of people would think is controversial. For example, the Second Amendment. I mean, I think most people watching it feel like, wait a minute, Second Amendment, that's super controversial. But you have been able to do marches literally with people, BLM. You've been able to do marches with, in places where we wouldn't think that'd be possible, but you've been able to unite. Please tell me about that.
So the Boogaloo movement is for all races. We have members of all colors, all races, and we reach out to everybody, and we all enjoy our Second Amendment rights, and we want to protect those. And we just find the things we do agree on, but our focus is our Second Amendment rights, and all gun laws are unconstitutional. They're all an infringement.
And racist.
And definitely racist, very racist. Many of the gun laws are very racist, and they target minorities and low income women. And so we're trying to stand up for those people and get more people to see why and understand and educate.
Well, I also want to divvy this up, right? The Redacted Caucus and the Boogaloo movement are not one and the same.
No, not at all.
So help me with that.
So the Redacted Caucus is kind of like a support within the Libertarian movement for the Boogaloo movement within the Libertarian movement. So we want to show these Boogaloo boys and girls that they have a home in the Libertarian Party. And most of them already have libertarian ideologies. Some know what that is, some don't, but they all already feel that way. And so we introduce them to the party. And if they want to get involved, we get them connected with people in their area, whether that just means by voting or actually getting involved in their local party, volunteering. And then the other side is to show the Libertarian Party that the Boogaloo they're libertarian. But
now, for sure, someone's going to say, right? I'm sure you've heard this before, but I'm sure someone's going to say, look, it can't work with Libertarian Party because the Boogaloo is all about violence, right? It's all about violence, so they can't join Libertarian Party because the Libertarian Party is anti-violence. Help me with that one.
Well, the Libertarian Party is anti-starting the violence. The Boogaloo is not offensive. They're just defensive. No real Boogaloo boys want to go out and start the boog. They will prepare for it, and when it happens, they're ready. And that's
does
what
that mean they're almost like? Does that mean they're almost like? And I don't. Maybe I'm using the wrong word here. So again, correct me if I'm off. But does it mean like they're more like preppers, like they're prepping for
definitely.
something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe not as much. Most people think of preppers as like stocking up, which a lot are preppers also, but just preparing for the second coming revolution. And that revolution may not be violent, but it may be. And so they're out there doing everything they can to prepare for it.
There we go. Shelley pops up immediately. Black Guns Matter. Is just because she brought it up, do you connect with other groups like Black Guns Matter, or are you kind of on your own in that regard?
I mean, we're on our own. We're friends with them. We've got people that are involved in both. I personally am not. I mean, they're great. I support them, but we've got people that are involved in both.
Got it. For those of you who want more information on the caucus, it is redactedcaucus.org. If you want to see what's going on there, you can see. And if you go to their event section, which is what blew me away, was all the events and all the people you're mixed with, right? The image I think that most people have, and my initial, actually until we met, my initial view of it was, oh, it's a bunch of old white guys who like guns. That's what I thought. I thought that's what the Boogaloo movement was. That's what I thought it was. I am very happy that that is not the case, but that is what I thought. So I think if anyone's interested, please check it out. And you can see what surprised me also was the number of young people.
The movement is mainly young people. I mean,
Yes.
I'm excited when I find people a little older, closer to my age, because it really started with all these young people. And some of those young people are the ones that kind of gave us a bad image in the media. But as more people joined and older people could talk some reason into some of the younger people, and it's pretty balanced now. We've got everybody, all different ages, men, women, different races, many people that aren't from America, that have immigrants.
Okay, that sounds good. Let me grab. Brandon brings up the problem with gun laws is like places like New York City. You can't have a gun unless it's locked in a safe. How the hell can a woman defend herself with that? She can't. Same BS in Canada. So let me bring this up. Do you have a decent amount of women in the movement that think the way Brandon thinks, or no?
Yeah. I mean, it's not fair. Women have an unfair advantage of size and strength, and having a firearm is how we can equal that. I can't imagine living somewhere.
Do you need to go handle something? I know you have kids. I don't want to.
I think she just wants to say hi.
Let her come in. Have her say hi, please.
Come say hi.
Yeah.
She says hi.
Say hi.
Say hi. Hey.
That's all. No worries. I'm happy. This is Spice Live, and family's important. So that's why if you got kids, you want to jump them in, then come on in. No worries. Good.
Yeah.
Jason's on your side. Jason says self-defense is well within the non-aggression principle.
Exactly. Yeah. That's no one that's truly in the Boogaloo movement wants to go out and start it. We're just there to defend ourselves and defend those that can't defend themselves.
Yeah. Okay. So this must be tough now, though, with the recent mass shooting, or school shooting, I should say, maybe it's more accurate, school shooting in Michigan. Now, if you've watched me, I'm the guy who talks about the Second Amendment all the time, even after that. But I do sometimes take some heat when I do it, right? Some people feel like it's the wrong time or whatever. My personal view is all your rights all the time means all your rights all the time.
We can't stop just because of that. No, I mean, some feelings get hurt, but we have to remind people that you have your Second Amendment rights. That was actually brought up in one of the by the sheriff in one of his press conferences. I'm not sure if it was the one this morning or yesterday afternoon, but some of the reporters were trying to turn it around and get him to say that we need more gun control laws. And he was like, no, everything this kid did to have that was illegal.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So is it tougher for you now when that happens? Do you get people, I don't know, texting you going, you're a bad person or something like that? Does that happen, or does it affect you?
This time I haven't gotten anything yet. It has before in the past. And I try to just have one-on-one conversations and explain. And some people get it and some still keep their own views. But we need to have an open conversation about it.
Okay. So let me grab this other piece. John says, so they are a well-regulated, well-practiced militia. Sounds good to me. Do you consider yourselves a militia? I've felt like you don't consider yourself a militia. Or do you?
Personally, no. But, I mean, I guess if you look at the way the Constitution states it, yes. I mean, the Boogaloo movement is, but we are not organized. And that's the thing with the movement, is the Boogaloo movement is completely decentralized.
That's what I was asking, right? A militia tends to be...
Right, they're very organized.
He's the captain, and then, right? Go ahead.
And so that's part of the one reason for the caucus is to unite those, but not as in creating one group. We're just here for them. If you want to find a Boogaloo group in your area, we can help you do that. We're not we can help you find more people, get involved with the party. But we're just totally decentralized.
Got
and
it.
A lot of the individual Boo groups are going to that on their own. There might be, a group of 20 people in the area and they go by this name, but after a while they've decided they don't even want to be named anymore. They're a group of people that have things in common. I mean, my personal local group, I don't even want to call them a group, but it's friends, and we have the same ideals, but we don't have a name to call ourselves. And so the caucus is kind of like a central location, and even people that don't agree with what we're doing or like us, because they feel like it should be totally decentralized, we're just here for them. We're here to help create a public image for them.
So you're saying that you're decentralized, and some people think you're not decentralized enough?
Yes, because of the caucus. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying to bring all these people. Not everyone has to be a member. You don't have to be a member or even libertarian, but if you're in the Boog movement and follow the non-aggression principle, we're here for you. We want to help shape the public image and take it away from what, the media has been saying we are. And we're here to support you whenever you decide to get involved or don't.
Okay. That makes sense. So I guess I'll ask the other crazy question, which is, I'm not complaining, I'm happy, but the question is, why the Libertarian Party? Why wouldn't you go Republican? Why wouldn't you go no party, right? Why wouldn't you go Constitution Party, something? Why Libertarian Party?
Well, that's what our ideals are libertarian. Most of us already know we're libertarians. A good amount were already involved in the party before, when they found out what the Boog was. It goes both ways. Mm-hmm. We have Boog boys that have never had any interest in politics find out that they have a home. And then all these libertarian people that learn about the Boog, and they're like, that's where I belong. Those are my people.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. So let me go to, I guess, the question a lot of people ask, what's with the Hawaiian shirts? What is up with that?
That's just the look we've adopted. It gets noticed. It's fun. It's bright. It works.
That's it? That's the reason somebody said, hey, these Hawaiian shirts look good. Let's just do that.
And, a lot of groups tried to move away from it, and some kind of have, but I feel like that's the original look of the movement, and there's nothing wrong with it. Some people decide, one of the big protests I went to, we agreed not to go in Hawaiian, and that was fine, but we weren't doing anything wrong. So why not? If it helps us get recognized.
But if somebody thought you shouldn't, if somebody thought you shouldn't, why? Why did that person or people believe you shouldn't?
I think some of the negative, the way the media had portrayed some of the movement, that the governor kidnapping thing in Michigan,
that's right. Yes.
They claimed to be Boog, but when it came down to it, it was all feds that were starting that. I mean, there were some guys involved that went along with it, but it was the feds that were getting.
Wait a minute. Are you saying the Fed creates crimes? Shocker. Yeah.
Yes, okay. That pushed some people away, and then in the same way, some people think we don't need the Hawaiian, or maybe we shouldn't be as noticeable. But if we're not doing anything wrong, if we're out there doing good things, we should have the Hawaiian on so that people can see. Okay. And that's part of this caucus. We're the public side of the Boog movement. No one is doing anything illegal here. And if they are, they're not talking about it. It's not brought into the caucus. I don't care what people do on their own, but they're not bringing that into what we have. Okay.
All right. So a couple things. Someone asked, where's our coffee? That was Rick, and here's mine. So we have coffee. So yes. So you didn't catch us, Rick. You thought you did. But then Rick also says, how does one become involved in the caucus? I'm assuming that there's a way if they go to that website, or no?
No. We've got, yes, you can sign up to join. You can sign up for more information. We've got, if you donate a minimum $30 a year, we've got really cool membership cards.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. And then our first founding member cards, our first 50 members got a black one.
Gotcha.
So these are the 2021 cards. I'm almost out of these, so I probably won't be doing cards again till the beginning of the year, but we're going to have a new design.
Okay, there we go.
But yeah, you can sign up to join. You can be a donating member, non-donating member, reoccurring donating member. And then what I'm really looking for now is help with conventions. We've been to quite a few state conventions already. Our next one is going to be in Iowa. And then I really want to prepare for national convention. I need help out there.
Well, there we go.
And yeah.
Rick, there we go. You have your answer. Dave says, according to some liberals, Hawaiian shirts will probably be associated with gang affiliation.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That does make sense. I see. It's almost like it's a opposite virtue signal, right? What's the opposite? Bad guy signal. Is that what that is? Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, Jason says Republicans wear red, Dems wear blue. Libertarians wear yellow. We wear gold, just to be
right.
clarified.
I was about to
wear gold, not yellow. And Boogs wear Hawaiian. It's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And there are some really great Hawaiian that have the actual libertarian gold in them. I really like when I see that. Like my ticket. Okay.
Jonathan says we are just a MAG, mutual assistance group with no label. Is that accurate or no? Is Jonathan right?
Definitely. Yes. I hadn't heard it said that way before, but definitely no labels. There's a lot of people out there that don't even want to use the boob word anymore, which is fine. But when it comes down to it, that's kind of what they are.
Yeah, so you're not that concerned. Shelly says, so you're a resource center. Is that accurate or no?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So look, my chat's giving you a bunch of ideas.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it.
A bunch of ideas. It's not too bad. I like that. So let me walk down one more road then. What's the future, right? Because does the Redacted Caucus get bigger? Is its goal to not be needed? What's the goal for the future, right? What has to happen, or what do you see? Do you have if you look in your crystal ball, what would you be thinking?
I mean, what we're doing right now is great. I don't think we'll ever not be needed because the movement's growing. And we're going to be in the party. We're not like some caucuses that want to take over the party at all. We don't even really want to affect change within the party. We just want to kind of be there. I would love us to have bring more voters in, more libertarian voters, and just grow. Right now we have right under 500 members, and I'd love to see that grow. We've got separate state chapters. I would love that to grow.
So I've heard from a couple of people when they reach out that very often you will supply or assist people with security. Is that true?
Oh yeah, lots of events. When we go to like fundraisers for candidates or really any type of libertarian event, our guys will be security. They love doing that. Okay. And a lot of times in return, they don't need to buy a ticket for, whatever the event is. They work security. They get to come hang out and meet great people like you and other candidates and people in our party.
People are teasing you as you look around. Shelly's calling you the mommy eye. You have the mommy eye.
Oh, yeah. I've got two right here next to me that are very interested. Yeah.
That's very good. So people are noticing. I love that. So the reason why I bring that up is when I ran in 2018, very often what I found is I would have militias that would run security for me in Western New York and Central New York. That worked well for me. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would love to be a part of it and bring some of my guys from here and from around the country to one. We'll have to pick one of your events once you start getting things scheduled for next year. And we'll pick one and come up there and be your security and come hang out.
I all wonderful ideas. I appreciate that. So if the future is it growing, right? Being a part of.
We're going to grow, but we're not trying to take over the party. Okay. We're not trying to, we just want to keep creating a good public image.
So if I get what you're saying, and again, if I'm off, just correct me. I feel like what you're saying is the goal of the caucus is within the Libertarian Party, is to bring more people who feel the same way, who are concerned and who are prepared, openly preppers, to be part of the party and to vote Libertarian. That's actually the goal of the caucus.
Yes, that and same part is bringing Libertarians that already are Libertarians, already are voting and part of the party to not just to the Boogaloo movement. Yes, if they want to join, but just having a better image of it. You know, a lot of them, a lot of people in my Texas party had only ever heard negative things. And because of me and some of our other people, now they think it's a great thing because they've learned what it really is. So it's really two sides to that. But that's all of our goal. That's the main thing.
That sounds like a pretty good goal to me. I like it. So let me, Dave says, Larry, you needed private security after RFK. Democrats, Republicans get either federal or state security.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. I do remember that when I ran in 2018, I had several death threats, but only 2 that we thought were credible. The rest were just people mad at me. Oh, of course. No. People thought I might actually make some impact. I'll get more in 2022. I'm sure. I'll get more, but only 2 that we thought were credible. Obviously no one tried to kill me, so they weren't credible, but we thought 2 might be credible. The rest we thought was just some guy. They were all guys. There were no gals. They were all guys who were just yelling they were going to, get me in somehow. So yeah. So when you run for office, sometimes you do get death threats. It does happen here or there. So, but luckily it was not a common occurrence. But sometimes it happened and we only thought 2 were credible. And luckily either they were scared by our security or they weren't credible. I hope they were not credible, but we thought they might be. So it is a thing. People don't realize that when you're trying to make change, there are a lot of people who don't want change.
You're a target.
And they are prepared to, do stuff against you, or in many cases threaten and try to scare you into not doing it. So that's something. But anyway, RFK has a bridge in New York City named after him. So maybe if I get taken out, they'll give me a bridge. We'll see. Maybe I get a bridge. I don't know. But I'd rather not. But I'm just saying maybe I'll get one. It could happen. We'll see. So let me move on if I could. Now with BLM. BLM tends to be not with Libertarian Party often. They tend to be against us. Not always. Sometimes we overlap. But we tend to do that. But you found a way. How did you find a way to connect? I mean, it seems like a challenge.
Well, yes, definitely it is. And there's only so many things we do agree on and many that we don't. But we kind of all took it, from Spikeco and meet them where they are. And find what we do have in common. And we do have a lot in common between criminal justice reform and, our Second Amendment rights. And
well, this is what I tell people sometimes, libertarians who don't know this. I've spent a lot of time, with socialists. I live in New York City. There's a Democratic Socialist of America home. They're big here, right? So I meet with them often. And some of the most hardest core socialists are pro Second Amendment.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. They're like,
the image of that is they don't want us to know that. No one wants us to know that.
Yes. And I tell people that the more hardcore socialist you are, actually the more Second Amendment proponent you are. They actually go hand in hand because you want to be able to fight against the power of the government, so you want to be armed. And if you look at that, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just that a lot of people don't know that, don't realize that, and we have to show what we do have in common.
Absolutely. Yes. I have people who are in southern Minnesota and then someone who is in Nashville. So I want to let you guys know, if you can go to the redactedcaucus.org if you want to be involved. Reach out. I'm sure somebody, if not Jeinay herself, but somebody will reach out to you and chat with you. So yes. John asked, weren't you at the Michigan convention last summer?
Yes. And we had a huge boob group there. It was amazing. Michigan convention, I was very impressed. There were so many people there. They really did a good job for a smaller state. Getting people there. It was great. And I think we had around 20 Boog Boys, 20 Hawaiian shirts.
Nice.
And we weren't all delegates, but they came to hang out for the day.
Yep, absolutely.
It
Yeah,
was
and a
really
couple days, you
fun.
remember, I wore my Hawaiian shirts a couple times.
Yes, you did. Yeah, that was
did,
great.
yes,
Thank you.
Yes. So Johnny says, if you go far enough left, you get your guns back. That's true. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. You just got to go way far. But if you go there, you do get them back. I love that. So let me ask you, before we wrap this up, is there something that you want to bring up, something that I've missed, something that we should be talking about that I didn't go over?
Maybe a bit about the media. Another one of our goals is just to take back our name. The media just constantly puts us down, puts us in the far right, white supremacist, extremist, domestic terrorist group, and we're really working on changing that. We have a lot of people that have done some really positive interviews. And I know a few documentaries are being made right now. There's one that I'm being featured in. Quite a bit of my life is being featured in about the Boog movement, and I know a few other people that are doing similar things. So we're really focusing a lot on positive media attention.
I love that. So when you when those are released, please let me know, and we'll post
Definitely, yeah. And if anyone watching, has articles or has done interviews, anything that's positive related to the movement, send it to us and we'll put it on the website. We'll promote it. That's what we want. Stop.
There we go. I like that. Awesome. Great. Well, everybody, thank you for watching today. Thank you so much for giving me a half hour of your time. I know you're crazy. You got stuff going on. You got kids running around. I love it. But thank you for giving us a couple of minutes. There they are.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, hi. How you doing? All right. So I will see you all, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you all very soon. By the way, I have a green room tonight. If those want to come on my green room at 8 p.m., I'll be calling in there. Jeinay, if you want to check her out, head over to redactedcaucus.org. The link is in the description. You want to check it out. Jeinay, thanks for coming.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Guys, everybody. Good seeing you.